Hi everyone, I'm Cindy Metzler and I'm here today with Amy Biederwolf, and we're going to be talking about Star-Spangled Gratitude. So we are coming off, all of us are coming off of a long holiday 4th of July weekend with lots of family fun, hopefully. And I wrote an article for the Good Life blog on goodacguide.com/blog. And it basically talks about gratitude and, you know, the freedoms and what freedom means to you. And we talked about, well, I talked about in the article, our retreat that we took with and Amy was obviously on the retreat with the fabulous 6 women entrepreneurs, well, 5 and myself. And so I wanted to just open it up for discussion. Amy and I are going to chat a little bit about freedom, what it means to you, gratitude, and I just wanted to say again how fortunate and blessed I felt to be able to participate in that fabulous retreat with such amazing women, inspirational, entrepreneurial, and just to recognize how blessed we are to have that freedom and flexibility in life in the United States of America. So. And if you want to check out the blog, again, you can go to goodacguide.com/blog. And we have a fabulous recipe too, which we'll touch base on, Amy's Collagen Cocktail, which actually I learned about on our business retreat. So I'm going to let Amy step in and just talk about perhaps her view of freedom and gratitude as well.
Well, in the industry that I'm in, which is network marketing, we talk so much about time freedom. Because, if you have time freedom, meaning that you have financial independence so that you can spend your days as you like, as opposed to always, getting up and going to work or having to answer to a boss, that's something that's really central to our industry and that we get people to strive for. Because you can always make more money, but if you don't have time, then what's the point of having all that money? Because you can't even spend it on good experiences. And I know that's important. It's dear to my heart as well, especially because my kids are 10 and 12. And I had a conversation with my husband the other night that, in 6 years, we're going to be independent of my oldest, and then my youngest is going to follow 2 years behind that. So having time freedom and independence from some of those financial constraints and time constraints to be with the children while they're here is something that's close to my heart and something that, I try to focus on a daily basis. And I know you have young children too. So, we got to get in every minute that we can.
Yeah, that's a great point. And also a great point about just having that freedom, whether it's for your family or for yourself. And it actually reminded me of something. So when I graduated from college, I worked at Neiman Marcus for a year, and one of my first jobs after that was working in retail for the Limited organization. And I loved it, and I was 24 years old, and I worked night and day. We had 36-hour inventories at certain points, and I worked my way up the ladder, and I ran one of their largest stores in Manhattan and also on Long Island, and we had about 200 employees, so it was an incredible experience. And then I moved to Florida. I managed a few stores for them here, and I was recruited from another retail organization, a really small privately owned organization, and they, I guess, had a secret shopper. They came in, they introduced themselves, and I took the opportunity because I thought, you know what, I'm still young, why not, hop off, check out something new. And they did, basically have, to me, it was like amazing. I was making incredible money in a little store that was a lot more manageable, but I was working 7 days a week. So I didn't have kids. I had a boyfriend at the time, and you would think that it would be fabulous. But I worked 7 days a week, and I made incredible money. I literally did not have any time to spend the money even or enjoy myself or go out for a drink with my friends or enjoy myself with my boyfriend. So that particular opportunity was very short-lived. I ended up leaving that organization. It was, like I said, a very short period of time. But when you mentioned that, Amy, about you know, just not having the time. I mean, even if you don't have kids, obviously time is the most precious asset to everyone. And, you know, I recently launched a startup, and I'm working many, many hours to get the startup going. But that's a window of time and a window of opportunity that I feel, and even in network marketing, which I don't do, Amy does, but I do know that when you are ramping up your business, you do sometimes dedicate a lot more time than you do when, you know, you get it to a certain point and it's not necessarily on autopilot. A business always requires you to, you know, nurture it, but you get to a point where you have a little more freedom and flexibility. And I feel like that's really what my goal is, and I know it's what Amy's goal is. And I believe, just from what I know from other entrepreneurs and even people in the business world and colleagues that I've worked with, I mean, obviously freedom and flexibility is a goal that most of us have.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. And so there is that aspect of it, the time freedom, the physical freedom that we're able to do whatever it is that we want to do. But one thing I also think is important to mention, and I spoke about this on my daily motivation video this morning, was psychological freedom. I know that me personally, I obsess about things. I worry about, you know, whether it's what other people think or what other people say, or, you know, am I as successful as I should be at this point in my life? You know, I'm constantly thinking about these things. And what they do is they box me in, and they give me a lot of pressure, and I feel, you know, oppressed by my own thoughts. I mean, I caused that problem myself. And so what I really encouraged everybody to do today was to take a look at that box, that restriction, that pressure that you create yourself, and allow yourself to have independence from that. Because once you let go of these notions that you should have X, Y, or Z, or be perceived as X, Y, or Z, or whatever it is that you think that you should have or be or do or whatever, sometimes if we just let go of that, not only does it just make our day-to-day life so much nicer because we're not beating ourselves up, but I think also it opens an opportunity for new and exciting opportunities to come to us, because we're not blocking ourselves with the negative energy and the stressful energy that you know we kind of put out on a daily basis. So I want to be free from that.
No, and that's one of, I think, all of our goals. And by the way, I just have to tell you that I've been wanting to drink a little coffee, like, well, this is tea, actually, a little green tea, and sip it on camera, like
like Kathy Lee and Hoda.
Yes!
Except that there's alcohol in there normally. Some Baileys in your coffee. Makes the morning so much happier.
You know, even Kelly Ripa, I love her. Like, when I watch, and I just once in a while I watch it, and even though I'd love to watch it more often, but I don't have the time. But I love when she just drinks her little tea or coffee. It's wonderful.
It's like casual conversation. You feel like you're actually sitting with her.
Yes.
She's drinking her coffee, and it's not so scripted and perfect.
Exactly. No, and she's obviously a natural. So, which, speaking of natural, so going back to our, you know, the freedom that we had to go on this business retreat with 6 women entrepreneurs, I feel like, you know, just to kind of reiterate how lucky we are and how blessed we are to be able to build our own businesses, and, you know, just to be with people that also inspire you, and you know, having that opportunity that really, if we were in another place, in another time, think about it. Women didn't have the opportunity to really, you know, broaden their horizons, open their own businesses, and network with each other to elevate one another. So, and again, I feel so blessed with the girls that were on the trip, the Good Life Gals that we refer to ourselves as. But I learned so much from them. And as Amy said, you know, just little things that each of us inside of our minds, sometimes we have, you know, negative thoughts or maybe fears. And, you know, it helps us when we have, you know, sisters, like we had talked about, you know, our Good Life Gals, we sort of started a little group called the Sisterhood for Success. So if you go to goodlifegals.com, we have a little section there where if you want to send us your email, you can join our group. And yeah, we have lots of exciting things coming up. So.
Well, and I can't forget the most important part of your article, of course, is my collagen cocktail mixture.
Well, it's the most yummy part for sure.
Yes, exactly. And it's just a little happy mixture. But it's, if you'd like to try it out, you can go to my website, liquidbiocell.com/collagen cocktail. And the best version of the collagen cocktail to use is the Life Blend. We have a couple different versions, but it's 1 part vodka, 3 parts collagen cocktail, and club soda or seltzer to taste. And it's super refreshing. It's healthy. It helps you look younger. And for Independence Day, it's red. So if you have blue and white, then you're like the American flag.
Right. And it actually, on the blog post that I made, I did a little video with my kids and my father-in-law, and we had so much fun making the collagen cocktail. And you can, of course, do a virgin one too for the kids if you want to do it without the vodka. But it was super yummy, and both my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they loved it and really enjoyed it. So yeah, we had fun with it. So I think that's it for today. Just to kind of, again, just reiterate, gratitude and how blessed we are. And I know sometimes everybody's in such a fast pace. It's hard to take a moment, take a breath, and just realize, how incredibly fortunate and blessed we are. No matter how busy you are, just to take a moment and just recap and reiterate that to yourself.
Yes, and if you ever have the opportunity to go on a retreat with a group of like-minded women as we did, it doesn't have to be, a big shebang like a yacht in the BVI. It could be just a night in a hotel, or even just an afternoon.
A happy hour or a breakfast, a coffee, a networking. Exactly. No.
Yeah, just get together with other women, and you'll be amazed when you see what comes out of it, not only in terms of ideas, but support and feedback and help, and sometimes just someone to listen to you, because we could all use that sometimes. So I encourage you, if you have a chance to do a retreat, definitely take advantage.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, Amy. Everybody have a wonderful day. Happy day after 4th of July, and have a wonderful week ahead of you. Bye-bye now. Bye.
Bye.